Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. It's me, Satoshi Guapamoto, your favorite Bitcoin educator in the space. I got on my Bitcoin jersey since football season is back. Top 3 favorite players, OJ Simpson, Aaron Hernandez, and Nakamoto. All right, let's get into it. This Bitcoin bull run can change your life. It can change your life. I'm not going to say it's going to. It can change your life. I'm going to give you the tools that you need in order to make sure that this is the case. All right. Let me explain something to you. Make this really simple. Bitcoin follows global liquidity. All valuable assets follow global liquidity. All right. Make a crude little chart. This is global liquidity. This is the price of assets. This is the price of assets. A little bit more volatile, but it follows the global liquidity trend. What are assets? Assets are hard, valuable, scarce, desirable things, such as Bitcoin, such as housing, such as, some cars, all right? Most cars are not assets, they're liabilities because you have to take on debt to get them. But they do appreciate in value in terms of when you're first buying them. The price of cars is going up, okay? But they're not necessarily appreciating in nominal terms, right? When you buy a car, that car is more expensive than it was 5 years ago. Honda Civic 5 years ago, go look at the price. Stop me when I'm telling lies. The price of cars increases. Now, the value of cars does not increase because with wear and tear, a car is going down in value once you use it. That's why it goes down after you take it off the lot. But what I'm saying is, if you're trying to buy a new car, if you look into the future, just like 5 years from now, okay? Let's look at 2030. Please come back to this video. The price of a Honda Civic in 2030. Please tell me what it is. It's going to be more than it is today. I can guarantee you that is true. That will always be true. That will always be true. Why is that always true? Because global liquidity is always going up. Inflation is always going up. Inflation is never going down. Now you might hear a headline, inflation fell to 2%. That doesn't mean inflation stopped. That doesn't mean prices are going down now going into the future. That just means that they're going up at only 2%. Before, if you have inflation of 7%, that's how you start to see things changing month to month. The price of eggs in 2021, 2022, the difference is staggering, okay? Even today, the prices are highly elevated. And they're never going back down. Like, I need you to understand this. You're never going to be able to get a dozen eggs for $1 again, ever. In your life, ever. That will never happen. Not in dollar terms. Why is that? Because they keep making more dollars. Okay? Everything should be getting more expensive as we create technologies that make our lives easier and increase our level of production. We should be making things easier and cheaper. All things. Here's an example. TVs are constantly getting cheaper because technology always gets better, right? So the most expensive TV today will be very cheap in 10 years because it'll just be horrible technology. It'll be horrible. Okay? That's not possible, bro. The TV's so clear. It's a QOLED. QLED. Why don't you look at the TV from 10 years ago? Look at the TV from 10 years ago, please. That TV was top of the line at that time. Technology always gets better. It gets exponentially better. So the prices of technology is constantly falling as time goes on, as we innovate further. Let's look at the price of eggs. Why is it that the price of eggs is going up, even though now we have more eggs than ever in history? Ever. 100 years ago, it was a lot harder to mass produce eggs. They didn't have the farming technology. They didn't have the same strategies that we have now for mass producing eggs. They weren't doing factory farming. We have more eggs now than ever. So why are eggs more expensive? The eggs didn't change. If anything, you'd say the eggs got worse with all the chemicals and stuff and the way that we treat the animals that are producing these eggs for us. And the cleanliness in some of these factories. Why are eggs getting more expensive? It's because the dollars are buying less stuff. The egg itself is not actually getting more expensive. It's just an egg. It's the same egg, more or less the same egg. It has a yolk in it. The dollar is buying you less stuff. Before, it would take $1 to get an egg. Now you need $5 to get an egg. You understand what I'm saying? So what's going to happen here, right, is that assets are going to inflate at a rate too quick for people to keep up. People keep expecting a market crash. There's going to be no crash. The crash is not coming unless we see unemployment around like 7% or some sort of crazy, if there's a super failing of some mega bank or another pandemic. But if things stay the way they are right now, there will be no crash, because this is not like 2008. This is something far worse. What we're seeing is stocks melting up in price. What you're going to see is all stocks are going to melt up. Maybe not all of them. Okay. GameStop and AMC, they're cooked, but like real stocks that actually are providing value, like Costco. Okay. Like, something like Tesla, they're going to melt upward. Nvidia, the S&P 500 is going to explode upward. You're not going to be able to catch it. It's going to go up so quickly because global liquidity is going up. The Fed cut rates by 50 basis points, which means that the interest rate is lower. They're incentivized to borrow money. They're trying to incentivize money borrowing. They're trying to incentivize people to take out loans. They're trying to incentivize growth through debt acquisition. All right. All of these things are going to boost the price of housing, the price of the stock market, and the price of Bitcoin. That's the whole point of this video. If you are able to get into Bitcoin now, you're going to be making a lot of money. You're going to be reaping what you sowed coming into 2025 once liquidity really starts ramping up. All right. This bull run is right around the corner, and it really can change your life if you get in now and if you're holding your own keys. We're going to go over that in a separate video. That's going to be tomorrow's video. The importance of owning your own keys and what that means. But I'm just saying, this Bitcoin bull run can change your life. This is what is going to happen. This is what we're going to see. It's not going to be a straight line. Not going to be a straight line. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a very wild ride. And you need to be ready for this. You need to expect this. You need to have a plan for this. All right. Some people might be looking to have an exit strategy. Me, you should never be selling your Bitcoin. It's my opinion. All right. And I can back that up, because you don't sell the most valuable thing in the world for something that is printed out of thin air. You just don't do that. But that's what a lot of people are going to do. Let's be real. A lot of people are going to do that. And if you want to do that, if you want to acquire more US dollars for whatever reason, I want to help you to get ready for that. I want you to be able to do that. I want you to be able to have the opportunity to do that. But the thing is, once you understand Bitcoin, you're not going to want to do that. You will realize that is actually against your self-interest. But I still want to give you the tools to be able to do whatever you're going to do. Okay, it's your life. But if you really want to make generational wealth, everyone talks about generational, you're going to want to hold your Bitcoin for a really long time. Really, really long time. At least 4 years, okay? 4-year periods is how you got to look at Bitcoin based on the halvings. The bull run is coming. It's right around the corner. Global liquidity, we're right here, okay? We're just getting started on the global liquidity because we just cut the rates. And this stuff comes in cycles. I'm going to put some of this stuff up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm not just making all this stuff up. And you're going to see it happen in real life. And you're going to be shocked. So I hope everybody's ready. All right. The rich people are buying it. The banks are buying it. The banks are custodying it. The pension funds are buying it. The colleges are buying it. The small, the medium, the large businesses is buying it. The asset managers are buying it. Individuals like me are buying it. Millionaires are buying it. Billionaires are buying it. Do you have any? And if not, it might make some sense just to get a little bit, because that might be all you need. This has been Satoshi Guapamoto. Brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share the video if you did enjoy it. Also, do you play these videos at like 0.15 speed? Because that's the type of stuff I be doing. But I have like ADHD, some form of autism. I don't know what's going on. But let me know if you do that too in the comments. Got another great video for you guys tomorrow. I'm going to make a video every single day. It's not going to stop. I'm going to make a video every single day. I will find content to talk about, because Bitcoin is a rabbit hole that just keeps getting deeper. It never gets more shallow. So I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be a global takeover. Are you going to be a part of it? I hope so. This has been Gen Z BTC. Satoshi Guapamoto out.